What's up, guys? Got an achievement guide in Worms Battleground, and it's a pretty big one. It's the 100 Gamerscore Sergeant Swift achievement, which is to complete all the Worm Ops missions, which are kind of like the training things. At least I think that's what they're meant to be. And you're supposed to complete them all in a cumulative time of 8 minutes, which sounds difficult, probably sounds like some sort of horrible speedrun type achievement, but realistically, it isn't actually that bad. I managed to finish with around just a bit under 6 minutes, so over 2 minutes to go, so or spare. And yeah, it's not as bad as you might think. There's a lot of things that don't count towards your time. Things like watching your turn and worms die, or you know, charging up your shot and aiming. These sort of things don't count, so that takes off a lot of the time that you would think would be taken up. But also, there's a bunch of other levels that have little shortcuts or little techniques that you can use, which obviously I'm going to kind of go through here. So, a lot of shit to get through. Let's get started. Now, first map, Wiggly Walking. The key to this one is the cutscene at the start. What you want to do is watch the cutscene up until the point you see water falling down. Now, at that point, you want to jump onto one. Also, I should probably point out at this point, because the rest of this is quite self-explanatory. I've also put down what class of worm I was using for each level because a lot of the time a specific worm type will be much more helpful. Like this one, I'm using the Scout because it's a lot faster and it jumps a lot further. So yeah, first level done, 17 seconds. So that's something you're sort of aiming for. Second one, Bazooka Bonanza, you want to use the heavy class for damage boost. Now that first shot, that's the most difficult shot of the level. And if you don't manage to kill those two worms with the first shot, just restart because you're just wasting time otherwise. Second shot, you're going to try and shoot out that water bottle to drown the worm down in the bottom right hand corner there. And after that, you want to then finish off the one on the platform above him. Yeah, but that first shot, you're basically trying to aim right in between the two worms, and if you don't do that, you're wasting a lot of time. So you're as well just restarting, considering it's the first shot of the level. But moving on, let these two worms kill themselves, finish themselves off. And okay, I got an achievement. Don't know what that was for. No idea what that achievement's for. I should probably look at that. Okay, after that, you want to move as fast as you can. Jumping with the heavy is a lot quicker than walking with it, so jump your way over and shoot out the section underneath this fat bastard at the top of the map. Now, I got a little bit lucky here with the way this guy dropped. He dropped right down into the guy at the bottom there, who then blew up, or got blown into the other guy, and then blew him up a little bit and killed him. So if that doesn't happen for you, which is quite likely because that never happened until this turn for me, those two at the bottom are the last two you'll be going for after you get the rest, after you've worked your way around. But working your way around, you want to go to the top left hand corner, and ideally what you would have done in that situation would have been hit the water bottle, and instead of having that guy blow himself up, he would have been washed down and killed with the worm you'll see momentarily. That one down, well, fucking camera change, that didn't help. The guy in the bottom left, both of them should have ideally been washed away with the first rocket, but you're really not wasting too much time. Basically, and what you're going to have to try and do with most of these levels is shoot as soon as you can. If you can hit what you're planning to hit as soon as the timer runs out, or as soon as you can skip the little timer that starts at each turn, just hold and aim while you're powering up, because it will save you those little seconds. So remember that. And there's the last guy after you clear the sort of section in front of him, if he's not been washed away at that point, that is. And obviously at this point, if those two guys weren't dead, you would have then worked your way down to them at the bottom. 35 seconds, you can probably be aiming for, I don't know, maybe around 40 for that. Next one, Trepid Tunnelers. Scout you want to use, again for the speed boost. You want to get the blowtorch out as quickly as you can, and the plan here is you want to flood that tunnel. Now I've done that in one like blowtorch go, but you can just go into the little water section and sit there for a bit and wait for the turn to end and then go down. It's not too big of a time difference if you're struggling to get the sort of angle right for that, because I did a couple of times I suppose. And another issue with that section is a lot of the times when you drop down behind those two worms, you'll get stuck behind them when you try and jump over them. So it's something to keep an eye out for. It's kind of tricky, but you just need to jump over them and get as far across to the right as you can, otherwise you can be washed away with them. Now you just want to cut your way through the wall again and go at that guy with the blowtorch. He will then proceed to kill himself. Make your way up to the guy in the top right, again blowtorch him, and then get to a safe distance while he kills himself. Now, you may have noticed on the way here we picked up 2 boxes. Those were 2, I think it's called Boggy Bee, which is a legendary weapon, at least I think that's what they're called. That is in the bottom of your weapon select thing. Now, it's worth noting here, you can take as much time as you want to aim these shots, which I would highly suggest doing because it's a pain in the ass. Because it does not negatively affect your time, which is extremely handy, especially on the second shot, which I fucking missed that shot so many times because you've basically got to get it just perfectly in the middle of the two. And I'm going to be honest, I thought I kind of fucked this one up as well, but I must have just clipped him. So you're basically trying to hit that mound of land in between these two in the top left. And as you can see, I was really determined to get this right, and I thought I'd fucked it up again, because I was slightly off to the right. And then when I looked at that crater, thought it hadn't hit him. Apparently it did, so that was good. Exactly 5 health off, exactly what I needed. So that's awesome. And that was 35 seconds again, and yeah, so that's roughly what you should be aiming for. Again, you can probably add an extra 5 seconds on if necessary. Now this one, most of my turns aren't like perfect, or most of my levels haven't been perfect, but this one was pretty damn perfect. So what you want to set this one up is your first worm is to be a scout and the rest are all heavies for damage boosts. So what you want to do is start off is go to the 2 crates, get them as quickly as you can. It'll be water strikes, I think that's what they're called, and a bunker buster. So you want to take the water strike and hit just to the side of the worm in the top right hand corner. You should wash away a few and get a few set up for drowning. So in your next turn, excuse me, what you want to do is use the bunker buster and aim at that barrel and just let that do its business. That'll then put water down onto that guy and proceed to drown him and kill that guy there. A few of them will drown by this point if all has went well. And next turn, again, bunker buster. You now have infinite bunker busters, so that's good. Next, I was expecting a guy to be over there. He wasn't there. Still don't know why. So next, ideally what you probably should have done is try to use the hole that the last bunker buster used, but I just kind of went straight for him. So it's up to you which way you want to do it. So hopefully that should then wash him off the side or kill him with an explosion, depending on how quickly the thing gets down there. And again, bunker buster, surprisingly enough. What you want to do this time is definitely try and use the hole you made, because it'll just get down there a bit quicker and it's less likely to blow up too early. So you're aiming basically to get in that water section, which will then either drown or wash off that fat bastard at the bottom. And also that guy in the middle drowned. And yeah, that's how well that level went for me. I was actually number 1 in the world when I was recording this. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. You can probably afford to maybe go about 5 to 10 seconds more. Next one, jittery jetting. It doesn't really matter what worm you're using. Obviously not heavy because it's a fat bastard and it's not good for flying. Now this one you're using the jetpack, which can be a bit tricky to control, but you'll get the hang of it. You need to, when you get to this section, you'll see a little mine there. You want to try and activate that, and while that's activated, drop down a second and equip your dynamite, and then you'll see a little shortcut's appeared. So you want to move your way up there, avoiding the mines obviously, and over at the right here is the worm you need to kill. So drop your dynamite and that should kill him. You might need a bit of practice with the jetpack. I definitely did because I really wasn't very good with it. Also worth noting, those wooden barrel type things, they can be moved quite easily while you're flying, so they're not really too big of an impediment, so that's worth keeping in mind. Next one, Pachinko Precision. Well, now this one's kind of odd. This one can be done very, very quickly with a decent amount of luck. What you want to do is, as soon as you start, open up your weapon select menu and move down to the bottom row with the legendary weapons and equip a holy hand grenade should be like 2 slots below the weapon you currently have equipped, so you'll need to do that. And then as soon as you have that equipped, hold A and just charge up and aim straight up and hope that it just sort of bounces your way. It's kind of difficult to be overly accurate with this, but if you just keep going at it, you will eventually get it. And the second guy should have the Holy Hand Grenade already equipped, so there's no need to set that up for him, so just charge straight away and start aiming. So after a few throws, hopefully, you should be able to clear out all of the enemies, and it's a very, very small amount of time this is technically taking up, because you just charge up your shot straight away. Yep, 2 seconds that took. 2 seconds. So if you just charge up your shot straight away, it's basically using no time at all, and is basically a non-factor in your 8 minutes. So that's handy. Okay, right, this one is a bit tricky. I remember this now. What you have to try and do is bank your first grenade shot off that wall just above you, and knock the other guy, or the top guy there, into the other guy down below him. And then after that, the platform will start moving down. So what you want to do, and also should point out, you want to use the soldier for this, because that lets you set off grenades whenever you want just by hitting the A button while it's in the air. Now, all this really requires is you do everything in the right order, but sometimes the angles can just be a bit awkward, just with the way the platform sits. And that throw in particular, I managed to fuck up consistently for a very long time. But if you get it right and explode it at the right point, it will take out both those two in the top right hand corner, so let them take care of themselves while you just sit there on that little platform thingy waiting. And there we go. Next one you're wanting to go for will be the guy in the top right, so launch that in there, set it off. He should now be dead. Yep, minus 45 health, you only had like 10. Next guy we're going to go for is the one in the left. Basically you're taking them out sort of like from top to bottom. But yeah, it's just sometimes the angles can just work against you because you're trying to do it so quickly. And sometimes you can just easily fuck up. I think I fucked up here. Yes, I did. I was actually aiming for that guy in the bottom right hand corner. Ended up getting that guy. But I'm pretty sure he was the guy I was going for next anyway, so in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really matter. I would, if I was suggesting it to you, which I kind of am, I would say go for that guy first and then the guy a bit closer afterwards. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Next one, you want to just launch that as hard as you can towards that guy there, and preferably not miss, like me, because I am a fucking moron. So I fucking try again. Almost missed it again. I was really bad at this. I think I was really frustrated at this point because I kept missing the first throw over and over again at this point. This one took a while, I'm not going to lie. So next, what you want to do is get that guy. Now the next one is kind of hidden in a way. If you look sort of just below where I killed that worm, there's like a little gap. You want to lob your grenade into that little gap and blow up that wooden barrel thing. Then the balloon will float up, it will kill that guy, who will then fall down and kill that guy. And that is the last worm on that level, and that was roughly 40 seconds. So again, that's roughly what you're aiming for, somewhere around that. Now, oh, this level. This level is a pain in the ass. This will take practice and just multiple runs at it. There's no real trick other than this first section, which is while you're falling, by the way, you're using the scout, because he can fall further and is quicker. Now the trick to that first section is when you fall over the edge is quickly hit B and A, and that will re-equip your parachute and you will drop down to safety if you're falling too far. Second section, you want to pick up that jetpack, move your way up, try not to use too much of it because you have to get all the way over to this side, and then start using the ropes to get up here. And this is where I failed consistently because I don't know why, I just couldn't figure out how to use the rope properly. I'm pretty sure this is like my worst like time or rating or something along those lines for like this whole run. It's just I just couldn't get the hang of the ropes. It took me forever to even get to this stage. I was furious at this point with myself. But yeah, this is when there's no real tricks. It's just practice. I mean, you're seeing the route. I mean, that's something, but you're just gonna have to practice using things like the rope and the parachute, because they're not easy, surprisingly. Uh, 1 minute 11 and only 1 stars. That was really not good, but I still managed to do this by a clear 2 minutes, so it obviously wasn't that much of an issue. Now this one, oh look, I got another achievement. This one, basically as soon as the timer appears, you just want to shoot, because there will be a worm right in front of where you're aiming, so just shoot twice as soon as you can. Now you're using the shotgun in this, which is really fucking inaccurate, but you do get 2 shots. So remember, if you fuck up your first shot, you can realign it with the second. Even then, it's still kind of inaccurate. So, what you want to do is take out that first one like I showed you, and then shoot the water above the one in the top right, which will then sort of sweep him off the area. You, what am I saying? Ah, yes, that guy. So you've killed him. That guy will, I don't know why I was looking at that guy, that was just weird. Next one you want to get is that one, and then with your second shot, shoot the rope like directly above you, and that will knock another one off, and kill that guy also. Next one, funnily enough, you're going to be going for is the guy to your top left. You just want to shoot the section above, above, that would be kind of retarded. Below him, I think I may have actually fucked this section up. I'm not 100% sure. Did I? No, I didn't. I usually fuck that up. Guess I didn't that time. Next, you want to hit the wire above the guy in the top left and basically do what you've done with the guy in the top right. But that shot can be a pain in the ass, because like I said, the shotgun is incredibly inaccurate and just horrible to use. Now with any luck, that should knock him and the guy in the bottom left into the water. So after that, you want to then just keep shooting this, well, like the area around this guy. He should be kind of protected. So as soon as you can, like as soon as the wee timer's done, just spam the A button until you've used your shots and killed him. It's a bit of a pain in the ass because he's like sort of in a wee mini cavern thing just there. But if you just keep spamming the A button as soon as you can, you shouldn't be wasting too much time because you've already taken, you're technically charging your shot in a way. So the timer isn't really a factor at that point. So he should be the last worm, and that level, if this ever wants to load, time for that was roughly 36-37 seconds. So you're probably aiming for somewhere around that or 40 seconds. Now the last level, which I used the heavy in for the damage boost, is Ray Raced, which you use the teleport gun, and this is surprisingly easy. As long as you know the route you need to take, this is a surprisingly easy level considering it's the last one. But yeah, just basically follow where I'm going with this guy and use the teleport gun on the walls just to make sure you don't fall too far and take damage and stop, which I kind of did there, but didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So at that point, you want to land there, get your shotgun out, try and shoot the guy, miss, or shoot him first time, it's up to you I guess. Wait for your turn 10, don't try and make that jump. I tried it and ended up falling in the gap like a moron. So, teleport your way using the gun again. Wow, that just sounded really weird. All the way over to the right hand side and shotgun out and shotgun this guy to death. And that should be the last worm you need to kill in Worm Ops. So hopefully, throughout this you've at least seen, you know, roughly what to do, where to go, how to kill. You know, hopefully it's been helpful in some way, I guess. That's not the right achievement. The second achievement coming up here is the right achievement. Where are you? There you are. Achievement unlocked, 100 gamer score, Sergeant Swift. That is completing all the Worm Ops missions in a cumulative time of 8 minutes or less. By no means easy, but not as difficult as it may seem at first. So, yeah, that about covers it. And remember to like and subscribe if this helped for, like, you know, more videos and shit like that. See you guys next time.